Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm going to get right to it. In this video, it's going to be short. I'm going to show you how I put scopes on the Bing Bang. So, long story short, I haven't shown that in years, and here's why. A year and a half ago, YouTube gave us a bunch of strikes, almost shut a bunch of people's channels down, including my own, because they said we were modifying the Bing Bangs by putting on scopes, screwing on the shushers, and inserting magazines. I was super paranoid and panicking. I deleted almost 200 videos off my channel and edited a bunch out of other videos. It's unfortunate, but YouTube has recently told me, no, that was a fluke. Our bad. It's okay. Don't worry about that. You can show putting scopes on. Oh well, is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. But because of that event, I haven't shown how to do a bunch of things. But they told me this week, no, that's cool, man, don't worry about it. So we'll see if they lied to me or not. In this video, I'm going to show you how I mount scopes to the Bang Bangs. You guys that watch the show know I got a bunch of stuff recently that I got to put scopes on. The new 220 Swift, the 264 Win Mag, the CMMG 6 Arc, and this one right here. This one I'm fixing to take to the range like now. So I got to have an optic on it. I said, well, I'm going to sit down real quick and show you how I put them on. But let me show you the tools I'm going to use quick, and then I'm going to slap it on. Really not a whole lot to it, but I'll show you how I do it. Like I said, a bunch of you guys have been requesting it, and I told you I'm not allowed to show that. Well, apparently YouTube says I can show it now, so I'm going to show you real quick. It's going to be a quick video. Let me show you everything on my desk here. So I literally just installed this yesterday on my desk. This is the Tipton Best Gun Vise 360. Thing's pretty sweet, and it's going to help me out a bunch, save me a bunch of time. I've had this thing for years now. That is the Wheeler fat wrench, if my camera will focus. It actually has adjustable. You turn the wheel on the bottom, and that adjusts the torque. More recently, I've started using this. This is the Wheeler fat sticks. Each one of these is a different torque setting. The only downside to this is you can see 15, 25, 35, 45. It's only in 5 or 10 pound increments. So if I need something that's 15, 25 exactly on one of these, I use this. But if I need something like a 18 or a 20 pound, I use the fat wrench. But I keep one of these in my go bag all the time. This normally stays at home, but now we got both. And really, that's it pretty much. And I've got a handful of levels. You can see I've got some in this bag, I got some here. Really, that's the gist of it. Level the bow light slinger, level the optic, torque them down, and yeah, you're ready to go. But let me get this thing set up in the vise quick, and then, how about that? I got a sheep over here, whitetail over here, buffalo over here. Might as well show you them all. Red stag and then a pronghorn. I got 5 critters I need to hang up on the wall and give me some more floor space in here. But we're talking about mounting the scope, so let's get back to that. Let me get y'all up a little higher where we can see what I'm doing. I just got this vise put up yesterday. It has attachments right here. Angles, so you can grab something that's round, like a barrel or something. And then the top ridge is for Arca rail. I show that in the video where I put the vise in, but then the pads, if you want to call them that, I have right here are the more non-marring / grippier pads in there. And I'm gonna back this dude out all the way. I wish I had this thing years ago. And the bolt's blocking us there. Let's move it right there. That'll work. This particular 9317 has this, it's a tactical version, if you will. It has kind of this pick rail that sticks way out to the sides if you want to put on a flashlight or whatever. So let me get this grip down in here and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and just moved that a little bit back because that big old honk of rail was in the way, and grabbed it up on the forearm. But one thing cool about this vise, 360 vise, so I can do all this crazy stuff with it. But really all I need to do is get this perfectly level. So I'm gonna slap a level on there. I need it that way, don't I? And then once this is level, I am going to crank down on this knob, and that's going to keep me from tilting it any other way. So there we go. Slightly more this way. Let me loosen it back up a second. Doesn't have to be perfect, especially maybe on something like a 17 HMR, but definitely if you're doing long range stuff, you know, I'd probably be more particular about getting the levels actually perfect, but might as well do it right the first time, huh? All right, now I'm gonna crank that down, and I might as well show you. So, like I said, I got this cranked down, and then this is perfectly level. So now I gotta grab my scope. Let me go grab it. All right, so the lighting is not the greatest in this room. I actually, normally when I'm here, I work in the dark and don't even turn that light on, but I'll show you the scopes real quick. The scope I'm gonna put on here for now is this. It's a Blackhound Evolve 5-25. Thought it said Blackhound on here somewhere. Nope, it doesn't. Anyways, this is a really good optic with a lot of zoomies. I want to do some real precision stuff with 17 HMR, so I'm putting this big honker scope on there. This is the scope that's going to end up living on there. This is a Hawk, literally made for 17 HMR. It's a 4-12x40. 17 HMR rimfire optic that's going to end up living on this, but for the sake of doing extreme precision and maybe even some trick stuff, I'm putting on this big honker 5-25 by 56. So there's where it says Blackhound. I think we have a discount code too for Blackhound optics, so if you're interested in a Blackhound, I'll find that and put it down below. But the one cool thing about Blackhound is they come with the rings. Do all of them? I don't know. I can't remember if all of them do or not. I think they do. And levels. So that's how I've come to have like 20 levels, is from Blackhound. So real quick, we've already got this. If I can get you down here, I've already got this locked in. See my short pants here? I promise I'm wearing shorts. I've already got this leveled perfectly. So next, I'm gonna get these rings kind of mocked up where I want them. Then we'll get the scope laid in there. Then I'm gonna level the scope too. So be right back. Let me get the rings on. All right, so we're back. So good idea just to double check. Yep, the Bing Bang is still level. Like I said, I've got it locked in this new vise I just got. So then what I'm gonna do is, these have a nut on this side. I'm gonna torque this nut to 45. So this is, since it's increments of 5, I'm gonna go ahead and use the fat sticks I got with the 45, and I've got this attachment. So I'm just gonna twist it. Normally with rings, the instructions will always say to hold them a little bit forward. You know, these days with machining and whatnot, I don't really worry too much about that. But with the torque wrench, you hear it click when it's tight. So now let me freeze and talk about something real quick. So let me bring the camera up here. Do you got to use torque wrenches? No. Do I advise you do? Yes, and here's why. So for the longest time, I just used whatever Allen key came with it. A lot of things come with a little cheap Allen key in it. That's fine, but this kit is, I can't remember, but it's not expensive. This fat sticks kit. This is not expensive. The one time you strip something or break a bolt head off in the receiver, it will cost you 2 or 3 times what one of these kits costs. I mean, especially if you do a bunch of swapping out, it's going to happen to you. I can't tell you how many screw heads I've snapped off, sheared off, and it was not a good thing. But now that we got this on there, let me bring you back down. All that being said, I really am a fan of torquing things now. So now we got those rings in there. I'm going to set my scope down, and we already triple verified that my bang bang is level. So I'm going to take this level and I'm going to put it on top of the scope. So when people say, did you level your scope, or you should level your scope, this is what they're talking about. Leveling the optic to be on the exact same plane as the bing bang. So again, this is a honker of an optic for a 17 HMR, but I want to do some fun stuff. Yeah, so now I've got my bubble level with the bubble perfectly in the middle here. I might as well show you. Yeah, I've got my, okay, I said it was perfect. It's not perfect. It's almost perfect, but you guys get what I'm trying to do here. And then that's level. We can get our ring caps back. Most rings will tell you what they should be torqued to. The Blackhound rings said 18 to 20 foot-pounds, or inch-pounds rather. So since it's not in increments in 5, I'm not going to use the fat sticks. I'm going to use the fat wrench. And this has a dial on it. To adjust this, it's real easy. You just pull the bottom out and turn it. And I went too far. I'm going to go up to 20. 20 inch-pounds. So then I'm just going to, I kind of do like, if anyone ever taught you how to put a tire on, you know, like a 5 lug, you do a star pattern, do the dash one, then across from it, then up, and then down, and then like that. That's kind of what I like to do. Do one corner, then jump to the other corner, then jump to the other corner, and then jump to the other corner. You want to try your best, I could get my hand out of the way, you want to try your best to get even pressure. You don't want one side completely zinged down and then this side to have a big gap. So try to keep the gaps as similar as you can. If you screw it up, all you gotta do is loosen it up a little bit like I'm doing right here. And then I've got this wrench adjusted to 20 foot or inch pounds. I keep saying the wrong word. I've got those all pretty snug. I'm gonna twist this till it pops. Oop, knocked my level off. You hear that? Once you adjust it to your setting, the torque wrench will not allow you to torque any further once you've got it tightened. So if you're just using those Allen keys, you can severely over torque very easily. So if you got a torque wrench, I normally have it pop off 3 or 4 times there. So now that this one's cinched down, I'm going to take the level off because it can't move now. And do the same thing with this one. Get these all till they're close and snug and try to get them close to the same gap on both sides. And then, same thing, boom, boom, boom. On the 17 HMR. There we go. Now we have an optic on a bing bang and it's torqued down and I'm not worried about it. But there you have it, guys. Not the most exciting video you ever seen, eh? But been getting tons of requests for that. And I told a ton of people that I wasn't allowed to show that. And then I talked to the old YouTube overlords and they said, yeah, you can. So, do you have to have a vise? No, but it helps a lot. Do you have to have torque wrenches? No, but I highly, highly recommend them. They're not expensive. If you are using an Allen key, be very careful. Use it this way, where you don't have as much leverage, and get it as tight as you can. And then maybe give it like another quarter turn that way, and that's all you need. But I don't recommend using these. Like I said, I have caused myself a lot of headaches over the years. I can't tell you how many screws I've sheared off so many screws inside of an action that I can't even tell you how many times I've done that, and I'm not kidding. But level it. Another easy way, if you don't have a vise, you can put a bipod on it, and that will get it pretty level. Or you can put it in your lead sled and try to do your best you can holding it level. That's what I've done for a long time until I got this vise. But really, that's it. Level this the best you can. Torque these if you got torque wrenches. If not, get them the best you can. Level the optic to the bing bang, and then you're good to go and you're ready to hit the range. But hey, appreciate you watching. I'm about to go sling some 17 HMR out of this thing. Stay tuned for those videos. Appreciate y'all. Not a whole lot to it. If I missed something, ask me in the questions in the comments down below, but that's really all there is to it. Now this thing's ready to rip. But hey, appreciate y'all. How to sight a rifle scope. How to put a scope on your rifle. That's it. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty hoo!